This puppy had a family waiting for him. A little girl's birthday cake with his name on it. And he never showed up. Most puppies make it to their new homes without a single problem. But for one 8-week-old retriever named Biscuit, this trip was about to go very wrong. He was born in a rural shelter in Tennessee, one of 7 pups nobody could keep. A rescue group in Ohio had already matched every pup with a family. A 7-year-old named Maya had been crossing off days on a calendar for 3 weeks. Diane, the transport volunteer, had driven this exact route dozens of times before. She knew every rest stop, every shortcut. A crate in the back seat. Water bowls zip-tied down. Everything was in place. Then, somewhere around mile 200, Biscuit was gone. An empty crate. A broken latch. And a puppy somewhere out there, alone, 8 weeks old, in 40-degree weather. What Diane found when she checked that crate is the part she still can't talk about without her voice breaking. Diane had stopped for 4 minutes at a gas station outside Lexington, Kentucky. When she came back, the latch, the one that had never failed before, had failed. Maybe the highway had shaken it loose over 200 miles. It didn't matter why. He was gone. She checked under every car in the lot, called her rescue coordinator, who posted to every lost pet group in a 60-mile radius. And here's what made it worse. Biscuit wasn't microchipped yet. No collar. No tags. 4.5 pounds in November, with the overnight low heading toward freezing. Diane sat in her car and cried for 10 minutes. Then she made a decision. She wasn't leaving without him. What happened over the next several hours and who showed up to help, nobody could have predicted. Diane printed flyers at the gas station's copy machine and taped them to every surface she could find. Meanwhile, her post was spreading, shared thousands of times within 2 hours. A college student named Jordan saw it from his dorm. He'd never met Diane. He just thought someone should go look. He wasn't the only one. By nightfall, a dozen strangers were walking a grid pattern through the field behind the gas station, phone flashlights cutting through the dark. Nobody had found Biscuit yet. And the temperature kept dropping. At 11 p.m., Jordan's flashlight caught something in the grass. Something small, not moving. What he found and what Biscuit did next is the moment nobody in that field will forget. Jordan crouched down. The shape in the grass was curled tight, the way small animals curl when their bodies are trying to hold on to every last degree of warmth. Biscuit was alive, barely moving, shaking hard. Jordan scooped him up, tucked him inside his hoodie, and yelled, "I got him." A dozen strangers who'd met each other only hours earlier ran toward the sound. Biscuit's temperature was low. His gums were pale. He needed a vet immediately, not in the morning, right now. Diane drove. Jordan sat in back, Biscuit against his chest, talking to him the whole way. The vet on call took one look and said he'd be okay, but that another hour out there would have told a very different story. Then someone had to call Ohio. Maya's mom had been watching the updates all night. She'd put Maya to bed without saying a word, just that the puppy was a little late. Now Diane had to make the hardest call of the whole. The call lasted 11 minutes. Both women cried. The decision was easy. Biscuit would stay overnight for monitoring, and in the morning, if the vet cleared him, Diane would finish the drive. By morning, Biscuit had eaten. His temperature was normal. His tail was wagging. Diane was back on the road by 7:45 a.m. Jordan had left his number tucked in the crate, asking for an update. Diane sent him a photo before pulling out of the lot. A car pulled up to a red front door in Columbus, Ohio. Inside, a 7-year-old named Maya was being told to come outside for a surprise. Maya didn't know about the broken latch, the cold field, or the strangers who spent their night searching a ditch for a dog they'd never meet. All she knew was that her puppy was late. Diane opened the crate. Biscuit walked out a little wobbly, looked around, and then looked at Maya and walked straight to her, like he'd always known exactly where he was going. Maya sat down on the porch steps and held him without saying anything for almost 30 seconds. What Biscuit doesn't know is that getting lost is what made him unforgettable. A dozen strangers who now share one story. A college student with a photo he still can't delete. A vet who saved a 4.5-pound life on the 12th hour of her shift. Biscuit didn't just find his home. He accidentally built a village on the way there. Biscuit has since chewed through 2 remotes and 1 shoe, left foot only, for reasons nobody can explain. He is, by all accounts, a menace, and exactly where he was always supposed to be. If this story got you, share it. And if you've ever helped a lost animal find its way home, you're exactly the kind of person this channel is for. See you in the next one.